say them pray. I got a lot of enemies. Some of them used to be my friends, but now they switch sides on me.
I wonder why they share what I wish I had known before I became a nurse. Yes. If someone had walked in and told me these things, I would be like, is it too late to switch my major? Okay, not like that. But it would have been good to have this in my mental arsenal so I would be prepared, okay? If you haven't already, do subscribe and like and all that good stuff. Anyway, we're gonna count backwards, all right? So 10. I wish someone had told me that you don't work 12 hours. Well, if you're in a acute setting, you actually work like 14, 15 hours. You get 3 shifts a week, right? And people are like, oh, that's so lit. You get 4 days off. Well, for those 3 days, you're working like 13, 14 hours because nothing ever goes as planned, okay? Some people are really good at time management and get, you know, that 12 hours and that's it. But if you're a new grad like me and you struggle with time management, you know, and charting, you won't be finished and done with your whole shift for like 13 hours just because stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? So you get to experience that and be like, dang, she ain't lied. You know, I'm here. I'm going to give you the real tea, okay? The other thing I wish I had known is that you would get a sixth sense of humor. Like, you will find funnies in different things. It's really weird, but there's some experiences that you experience with other nurses that, you know, make y'all almost blood fam after inserting an enema, a suppository. Like, you and that nurse together, you're bonded for life, you know, stuff like that. And there's some conversations you have with your nurse friends that if you have it with other people not nursing, it would be weird. But hey, that's just the way it goes, all right? Another thing would be, oh, you wash your hands so much. Oh my goodness, you wash your hands so much that like, bam, we have fire. Okay, maybe not like that, but it feels like it. Like, you wash your hands going in a patient's room, going out of patient rooms, touching all sorts of stuff, touching the keyboard. Like, you wash your hands so many times. So I just suggest get a little, like one of those travel size Johnson lotions that they sell at like Walmart and just keep it with you. Bless your hands, man. All my porcelain babies out there with them soft, luscious hands. So yeah, say goodbye to that. Now, if you're washing your hands on the daily, like persistently, like you should be, yeah, your hands are gonna get damaged, but it's okay. You know how like you complain that your phone is dry? Well, your work phone will never be dry. Everyone is always calling, asking for this, that, and the other, and it gets so annoying, man. Low-key, sometimes I just be staring at my phone like, why you calling me, fam? But you know, you have to pick it and, you know, attend to the needs of whoever it is you're calling. But man, hospital phones are always busy. And for someone who does not like to talk on the phone, like, I feel like I'm an awkward person in general, and so on the phone, like, I just get really awkward. I don't know. So it's taken a lot getting used to, and I find myself practicing what I'm gonna say before I talk to doctors, which helps out a lot. So yeah, your phone's always gonna be lit. That's how it is. Once you say, hey, I'm the nurse for tonight, or hey, I'm the nurse for 1 or 2, like, everyone and their mama's gonna come for your head. Everyone. And the doctors don't even care if you're a new nurse, an old nurse, a 1.5 second nurse. Like, you just took your NCLEX and became a nurse. Like, you're good to go. It doesn't matter. They expect or they speak to you as if you had buku years of experience. And that's the thing that gets me. Like, I had a doctor yell at me and I'm just like, bruh, like, it is day 3 of training. I really don't know what I'm doing here, sir. Like, why are you yelling at me? Like, it was off. But it comes with experience and time. But people say you're the nurse and you get bombarded with questions, and I feel flustered. But one thing I've learned, if I do not know the answer, I just tell them, that's a very good question. Let me find out more information. There you go. You sound put together. It's better than saying, fam, I really don't know. I don't know. You know, better than saying that, you know, come up with a little thing that gives the patient or the patient's family or the doctor reassurance that this person, you know, knows what they're talking about. They're a little bit, you know, chaos is going, but they know their stuff. Because you never want to create doubt in your patient's mind. Like, ooh, is she good enough to be my nurse? So no 3 shifts are alike. I can have the same patients for 3 shifts and have totally different things happen. That's why one shift can be a terrible, ridiculously hard shift. You come in the next day or the next night, it's completely easy breezy. And I think that's the beauty in nursing. It is so, like, not flexible, what's the word? It's so, I don't know, it's so different. Every day is something exciting to look forward to, you know. So one day you might have someone crash, another day you might have all your patients sleep wonderfully and it'll be the best night. It just varies. So if you're someone who likes switch ups and stuff like that, then yeah, just be ready, fam. Be ready. But speaking of bad things, sometimes death happens, and it's very tough as a nurse having cared for someone and loved on them and then they're gone. Like, that is, it's a tough thing, but it happens on the daily. So I find myself finding my way of grieving, my way of like letting go, because that's tough. Like, you care for this person for how many hours, and some patients end up staying months after months and they just derail. And I hate using the term expired. Like, it's a human being, it's not a piece of furniture, like, or a piece of fruit. No, the person passed, and you know that takes a toll on you. So every once in a while, you know, I have to take myself, and even if it wasn't my patient that day, that moment that passed, but I cared for them sometime along there, you know, they stay, I still get a little, you know, emotional about it. So I have to take time and really grieve and gather myself and get stronger so that when the next time occurs, I can cope with it better. So find your coping mechanism. That's what nursing school did not teach me. It did not prepare me for, you know, circumstances. Like, it did not prepare me for gray circumstances. Like, I don't know, since nursing school I feel it's black or white, you know, right or wrong. Like, it didn't prepare me for the middle ground or the learning curve that, you know, you have to skirt along. Yeah, nursing school didn't do a good job at that. But life, I believe, teaches you, and it helps you bridge that gap, if it makes any sense. You will never know everything, and that's okay. That is okay. And my fear was that, oh man, I'm gonna work in med-surg, I'm only gonna know med-surg, and I'm gonna be dumb, and you know, and everyone, like, a lot of people look down on med-surg nurses and were like, why aren't you in the ICU? Why aren't you doing ER? But I found, like, I'm low-key glad I didn't med-surg, because I know how to work with a heavy load. I get 6 patients a night, like, bruh, they be tripping, but it gets done. 6 patients, and I feel like I've learned to be a good coordinator. So each day, like, I come across situations that I have no clue about, and I have to ask questions, I have to research, I have to do my own knowledge gathering, and I feel like that's very important, because like I've said previously, if you think you know everything, you're not a safe nurse. Like, you will cause your patients harm. It's best to not know and ask questions than to think you know and take someone's side. It's not worth it. It's just not. So it's okay not to know everything. Just be okay with trying to grow and trying to learn. Don't be stagnant. You are more than just a nurse. Like, once you start your shift, you are the mom, you are the technician, you are the electrician, you are the problem solver, you are the cleanup crew. Like, what are you not in your 12 hours? Like, bruh, you're everything. And that's crazy. You're a counselor. Like, it's weird but cool how, like, okay, I feel like I'm very young, but having older people come and ask me for advice, having patience, you know, what do I do about this? I just had a divorce, and I'm just like, bruh, finna hit them with the, I don't know. But, you know, sometimes the best therapeutic answer is just silence and having people talk it out. And the last thing, okay, the last thing is that nursing school is not like nursing. I can't even explain it. I hope I do a good job explaining it, but nursing school is not like nursing. Nursing school gives you that knowledge, okay? Gives you that book knowledge, and that is about it. But then in nursing, bruh, it's live at 5. You in that thing, and it is, how do I explain? I mean, I'm thinking back to all the times I did clinicals, and I was like, man, this nurse I'm shadowing is just amazing. They're so smart. This hospital is wonderful. Oh my goodness. And then now actually working as a nurse, I'm like, man, some of these nurses out here be playing games. Like, you get to see the good with the bad. You get to see the reality and how sometimes some doctors aren't really looking for how to solve the problem, how to garner money. You get to see the ugly side of what nursing is and how, you know, nursing has become, it's a business. It is what it is. It is a whole business. But as a nurse, I feel like you should still bring that personal touch, that love, that care, that affection, you know, all that stuff that makes your care the best care for that patient, you know. But I really don't know how to explain it. You have to experience it and you have to tell me, because like, I thought for me, nursing school was so immensely difficult. Then I pass, become a nurse, and I'm just like, bruh, it's not, it's hard, but it's hard in a different aspect. Okay, it's not this big dark monster that I thought it was. It's more like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm sorry, y'all, this is so bad. But yes, you experience it and you understand what I'm talking about. But those are the 10 things I wish I knew before I became a nurse. If you enjoyed it, if you liked it, if you think different, if you agree with me, all my, you know, baby nurses like me and all my experienced nurses, all my nursing students, you know, comment and tell me what your perception is. You know, let me know how you feel. But anyway, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week, next time, next whatever. Yeah, bye.